Welcome to War Thunder with Subdued. How y'all doing? Welcome aboard the F-100, and I don't know whether this is a D or not, but it's a user-made model. And it's as close a representation as to what we're going to get in game as you're going to see until patch 1.85. Now I'm going to ask a couple of questions here, and I'm sure there's some bright boys out there who can answer them. And no, it has nothing to do with the history of the plane or the damage model or the flight model or anything like that. This has to do with the one thing that so far I've only heard one person comment on, but nobody has really touched on it yet. And it's not the combat capability of supersonic aircraft. It's not, air-to-air missiles. Oh my God, is it going to destroy the game? No. What is the one thing most fighter pilots in War Thunder do when they take to the sky? Now, I know everyone out there can pretty much guess what it is. And everyone has so far been ignoring it. The amount of fuel you take is one of the pre-flight checkoffs that everybody does. Well, everyone that knows how to play the game does. And the reason they do it is because a lighter aircraft maneuvers and handles better. Only now we've got afterburners on 3 aircraft. Don't quote me on the, I'm sorry, do not quote me on the Javelin. I have no idea. I haven't looked it up yet, so I can't really tell you. But the F-100 and MiG-19 both have afterburners. In MiG-19's case, it has 2 afterburners. So a plane that's already greedy for fuel is going to be twice as greedy. And the same goes for the F-100. Now, I don't know whether this is going to be a very good representation, but sit back and watch the fuel usage of this aircraft. Isn't that interesting? Watch how fast that fuel, which was 50 minutes at the point of takeoff, is now down, and it keeps dropping even faster. But the nice thing is I'm up at 530 miles an hour already and climbing. 600 and going. Also, watch my engine temperature. Engines with an afterburner get hot fast. Now, we've been in the flight for just under about 2 minutes, but we've used up almost 10 minutes of fuel. So, is fuel usage going to be properly reflected? And if it is, how many people are going to be flying out going god awful fast, and then all of a sudden realizing, oh balls, I'm out of gas? Because I've seen a lot of you players, and a lot of you players love to sit there on WEP. And yeah, I understand WEP is fun, but come on, guys. Now, this is the one thing I don't like about this flight model. It is not balanced. But this is just a primer or primer, depending upon your language and the way you look at the word, of what's going to happen to your gas when you get going. Your gas be going to run out real fast. And your oil get hot too. So, this is the F-100. And minus the fuel tanks on the side, on the wings, we're dealing with a pretty nice looking plane. Kind of minimal on the aesthetics at the moment, but hey, you know what? It doesn't really matter. In my opinion, this is a pretty good looking model. And I'm sure that the model that we're going to get in the game is going to be another one that's going to be pretty darn good looking. My biggest fear, though, is that it's going to be, well, it's going to get a lot of these smaller maps. And these smaller maps are not really that good for a plane that can go as fast as this. Now, this plane does not have even close to the speed that it should be running. It gets up there to about 700 miles an hour, but it's got to get up to about 850. 864, I think, at top speed. And unfortunately, I can't do it on this map. But even on this map, it moves along like nobody's business. So what do y'all think? Are we going to get a decent plane? Or are we going to get a monster? I don't expect this to be the best maneuvering aircraft in the game. But I do expect that it's going to be interesting to play, especially with those 4 missiles. And no, I won't fly the user-made mission with missiles in the game at the moment, because the missiles, they'll shoot anything you want them to. I mean, you can shoot stuff even directly behind you, which is impossible even for the current generation of Sidewinders. So, using the missiles is absolutely worthless at this point. Although it is kind of a kick in the pants to do it. But for the purposes of today, I think I've pretty much shown everything that I need to show. Because that gas, she be gone. This Subdude signing out. Y'all have a pleasant today, a better tomorrow, and we'll catch you in the sky in Air Realistic. Because anything less is a waste of time.